What is going on, YouTube? AJ here, doing a Let's Play Final Fantasy XI Online Retail Bahamut server. And we are about 2 hours. 2 hours? From the last 30-minute episode. And we are gonna... Okay, where are we going? Now it says we can get a trust. Let's try to get a trust. Ah, you. Here we go. What manner of farce is this? An uncouth Taro claiming to be an esteemed guest of Lady Esha is running amok demanding the Trust Initiative scroll. Ah, there she is. That dastardly Taro. Uh-oh. The scroll, to think she got her grubby hands on it. I cannot comprehend the depths of her audacity to steal from the Auroral Palace. I beseech you, adventurer, smash her like a pane of glass. Don't just flop around there, help me! Esha said I could have it. There's no way I'd ever hit it big, so instead I decided to save the world with this scroll. I'm thinking of starting a troupe called the Buxom Bosom Buddies. And with me as the headliner. Oh, this is getting weird. Of course, I can't do it alone. I'll have to get Olmia and Esha, and well, I suppose you're pretty satisfactory too. And when it comes to the grand finale, we'll need something flashy, something that only two of me can do. So that's where my alter ego comes in. Why are you waiting? Scrape the villainous scum from Vanadiel this minute. Stop being a fish out of water and become the bosom buddy you've always known you could be. So you see, trust time. Sure. Trust, yes. With trust, I will have you under my camaraderie, yes. A true sign of weakness. Friendship, ah yes. How much have I lost so far? This is ridiculous. We don't have a single one of those. Sigh. Then there's only one thing to do. Me. Or... oh, jeez. A whispering voice floats into your ear from nowhere in particular. You are to trust Cherokiki. You are to love Cherokiki. Cherokiki is your friend. What is this infernal spell? Has something happened? Soldier, to me, this Taro ruffian is at the bottom of it all. You want an alter ego that can use the ultimate magic, don't you? A Final Fantasy worthy of any adventurer. She escaped. The talking rat was scurrying about your pockets while you lay prone. So I advise you check your belongings. By Altana above, my eyes must be failing me. Suddenly there were two of them. I swear, right before she left. You find a small scroll Cherukiki was holding crumpled in your bag. You learned trust Cherukiki. Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm guessing another black mage? We could use another one. We could definitely use another one. Seven one. Destructive. Where the hell have you been? You were knocked out again? You gotta be kidding me. Everyone else is okay. Thought we were all goners for a second there. By the way, did you figure out what happened? Tenzin's sword saved our butts. He released all the power of Phoenix and it shielded us from Bahamut's mega flare. This should keep his dragon-ness quiet for a while. I guess this puts us at a, whatchamacallit, a deadlock? You know what, Destructive? The living thing that a real, this living thing is a real drag sometimes. If it means I get to save the world and everything, I'm not that afraid to die, you know? But it looks like that won't be happening. There is a way to save Vanadiel without kicking the bucket. Nothing simple, but there is a way. There's always been someone in every age who never gave up and always found a way. I mean, even living with Prometheus' curse, people have survived. That's why I want you to keep on fighting, keep on living. I kind of like having you around. Heh. Enough of this sappy talk. It's time to get moving. Next stop, the celestial capital of Alteu. There's another keeper of the apocalypse that needs a taste of a knuckle sandwich a la Prish. Precious big boy. Everyone's here in Tavnesia. Round them up and we move out to the port. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. That away. That away. Destructive. It is just as Prish said. You didn't fall from the airship after all. Are you wounded? Tell us where you were hurt. Think carefully wounds of the spirit can escape your notice, and they are much more dangerous than physical cuts and bruises. If you are wounded, this Moblin medicine can help. Tenzin said he was fine as well, but he needs medicine as much as you. Do you realize what happened back there? It was your actions that enraged the Worm King Bahamut. The rift between the dragons and the people is deep. There's no reasoning with them. If we can only harness the strength of the sleeping gods, we can approach Bahamut on equal footing. Destructive, tell Tenzin to return to town before Sid's airship arrives. I want to leave as soon as possible. Why don't you tell him? Ooh, I need to do some coalition assignments. Ah, Louverons. Lady Destructive, I'm glad to see you're in good health. Your words landed us in a serious predicament, but at least we have made a safe return. However, if I were in Bahamut skin, I would be most unwilling to forgive our recent actions. It would be in the best interests of the residents here if we were to leave as soon as possible. Speaking of which, have you seen our good friend Tenzin? Rumors have reached me that he has left the safehold alone, unable to bear the loss of the power in his blade. I'm unclear on the properties of the weapon, but I'm sure it's considered a national treasure in the Far East. Tenzin saved our lives with that sacrifice. We have already expressed our gratitude, but I believe you have yet to speak with him since the incident. Without an airship, we can't leave this island. If Tenzin is nowhere to be found in the town, perhaps he set up for Mizarao Coast. Mizarao Coast. Some coast. So yeah, what I was saying before, actually, I started talking about something in the last episode and never finished. Surprise, surprise, right? Yeah, so I bought the house last year, and once we got all settled in, looking at the yard, both the front yard and the backyard, but the backyard more than the front yard. Front yard's acceptable. Backyard's a disaster. A lot of patchy grass, a lot of bare spots, and a lot of weeds like crabgrass and all that junk. And I'd rather not. I can't really afford it. Like any of these lawn services. When I moved in, I have a really old neighbor, retired old couple, like in their late 60s probably. And he's got an amazing lawn. And the first thing I said when I met him was like, okay, wrong walnut door. I was like, I'm looking at your grass. How did you get it that green and like perfect? And he's like, oh yeah, no, we pay people thousands of dollars to do it. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I just kind of assumed. I'm like, oh, he's an old retired guy. He probably has like a lot of time to just do all that on his own. But no. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, Man, I can't talk today. Can't read today, I guess. After all the excitement, I lost consciousness. I'm afraid I have little idea of what went on, but my ears still ring from that terrible battle cry, and my soul cringes from that heart-rending whisper. That was the last we will ever hear from the great Phoenix. While the other terrestrial avatars were forever flitting beyond our reach, the fiery Phoenix was always by our side, along with Tenzin. She gave us her strength and courage. She guided us along our path. Is Tenzin alright? He laughed it off as an inevitable occurrence, but I'm terribly worried for him. I am a bit worried about the samurai guy myself. He closed himself off to everyone. Who knows what he's really thinking. Those warrior types are good at hiding their true feelings. I hope it's nothing serious. Destructive, please see if you can reach out through the barrier that Tenzin has built against us. You're our best shot, Destructive. Looks like Tenzin has skipped out of Tavnasia, and I don't like the little chill that's running up my spine. Okay. Okay. So anyway, I've been trying to do, like, I'm a person who, like, I'd like to try to do things myself. If you've watched long enough, you know that I've hired a absolute F-ton, a shit ton of plumbers. I don't love doing plumbing stuff. You mess up. You mess up plumbing, you kind of mess up a lot. I think I have to go north, right? The north one? You mess up plumbing, you could, like, destroy your house. I mean, like, that's just a fact. I mean, like, oh, I'm gonna put this pipe here, and you have no idea there's, like, a slow leak, and then that slow leak turns into a big leak, and then that big leak turns into rot, and then you're just done. Alright, so I don't love doing that. F7? So was I wrong? Yeah, I was wrong. Was I wrong? No, we get there from here. Where's my mount? But I mean, it's grass. What are you gonna do with grass? So, I think it was... It was later, I think it was like fall last year. I tried to do some... I bought some Scott's. Scott's is a brand, if you didn't know. Like, patch filler. And I followed all the instructions and nothing happened. Like, nothing happened. I think, like, maybe... Like, I spent like 40 bucks, 30 or 40 bucks on this thing, and... followed, like, the instructions. And, like, I think I got... To be fair to Scott's, I think I got maybe 4 blades of grass out of, like, 40 bucks. So I was like, okay, well, we'll try again. It's starting to get warm here in the Midwest. High 50s today, I think 60s tomorrow, and then like 70s next week, which is beautiful. So I did some research. I sat down and I read, like, you know, what am I doing wrong, blah, blah, blah. So, what I did is I bought an aerator. A way to aerate the soil. And what that, all that is just poking holes in your soil so that, like, air and nutrients and water gets down. I mean, like, apparently it's good for Apparently it's good for, like, if you're, like, you have compacted soil or, like, somebody's car alarm's going off. So, my neighbor has like 7 kids. But they're like adult kids. But not adults. They're like they're all between that. Like they seem like they're between like 14 and like, I guess 30, I'm guessing. I don't know. Ton of kids. And the one younger guy, like he's probably in his 20s, just bought a new used car, and he's very proud of it. And he just, the distance between, there's one stop sign by my house, and then there's a stop sign about like 100 yards away, and I swear he tries to get, he's like, let me see how fast I could get. And it's like, why? And I understand you're a kid and you want to drive fast, but like, residential area, and you have 100 yards to drive fast. I don't... Dumbass. So the emptiness has now devoured Hakutai River. With the waters gone, bandit tribes have little trouble staging raids against the border. Our empire's defenses are crumbling. Lord Tenzin, your blade knows no equal. I beg of you to return to our soldiers into battle, or lead our soldiers into battle. But my guiding flame has been extinguished. We are aware of your situation, however, the Emperor will grant you his forgiveness. You need only conquer the barbarians that amass against us, and reignite the phoenix blade upon their flesh. And if that is not enough, then it will be time to undertake our most desperate plan. Based on your information, we will invade the city of Juno. Liberating the mother crystals is the only way to stem the tide of the emptiness. You speak truly, and yet I cannot return to our country, not until I carry out the final duty entrusted to me by the noble Phoenix. Final duty? When the Phoenix Blade released its energy to shield us from Bahamut, I could hear every single voice, the voices of all the children who, in my weakness, I failed to save. If I betray them here, it will be an unforgivable insult to their faith in me. I must strive until the end. With the very last spark of this life I've pledged, I will secure the safety of the mother crystals upon which rests the fate of Vanadiel. Understood, Lord Tenzin. Your words will be relayed. Did you hear that? That's the kid. He's like, I'm sure you heard that. You could hear my dog fart from upstairs. You could hear the kid just, that's such an idiot. I did not see you. Are you alone? I too have found myself alone. These sudden separations are truly a lonely experience, don't you agree? Phoenix has ordered me to lead you to the 5th Mother Crystal, and we must hurry. There is little remaining of the time her sacrifices brought us. Let us board the airship for Juno. Okay. So, anyway, what I did, jeez, an hour. Square Enix was like, you can't go to Juno more than once an hour. Can't have that. Break the game. So I got a cheap aerator, but I mean, an aerator is an aerator. It's going to do the job. I mean, like if you look them up online, a lawn aerator, you can run anywhere between like $50 and $700. I'm not spending $700. Oh shoot. I think I have to go back there, don't I? Oh, that was 7-2. That's what I was like confused. I was like looking at both 7-1 and 7-2, and I'm like, oh, we're on to 7-2, but no, we're in the middle of it. So, aerating the lawn. The lawn has been aerated. Then I bought a spray fertilizer. I hook it up to the hose and I sprayed the lawn down. Good and great. Then I spread the seeds. And I'm hoping I'm going to have to like water them twice a day. So I'm hoping that something comes of it. Because it's just really, I don't know. The lawn's bad. You just missed them. Not more than a couple of minutes ago, an airship from Juneau came and took Prish and her friends away. Olmia said they should be wait for you, but Prish said you'd find your way back on to the mainland. So they left. I wonder if that means they'll be sending another ship. If that's the case, those 3 Taratoro should have waited instead of hiding away in those barrels. So yeah. Hopefully everything works out for us. I got 2 different kinds of seeds, kind of. Like the for the places that are not patchy but the grass doesn't look great, I got like kind of just a really strong seed that's like that says like, oh, this seed is great for, you know, high traffic. I got the 2 dogs and the kid running around in the backyard. Really strong, like big roots and all that shit. And then I got one that's like a okay. Got one that's a like a jump start, like basically it's for what I have. It's like, oh, your yard sucks, use this. It appears you caught up with the Armada. I heard the report. The attack against Bahamut failed, but we have dealt him a critical blow. Lady Esha is to join the main fleet and lead our forces in a mass assault. She mentioned that she would like to meet. She would like to meet with you all before the attack commences. You are to meet her for a confidential briefing in the tavern in Upper Juneau. Do not keep Lady Esha waiting. May victory in battle be yours. Blah. So yeah, I'm just hoping. I just gotta remember to water this stuff. And it would make my life a lot better too, to be honest with you, because the dogs do love the patchy areas because they can either dig or they run around in it's just mud. They just become like, so if it rains, you have to like tackle them by the door and wipe their paws off. And they're dogs, they don't understand. They're like, oh, we just had fun outside, let's go lay down. And I'm like wrangling them and wrestling them, cleaning off their paws so they don't just drop mud all over the couch. Dropping mud meant something different. So hopefully, I didn't mean the bad way. I just mean the kind of the regular way. Oh boy, I just sold a stupid snow lily, and we need another one. I knew I bought 2, and I was like, oh, I need 2. Let's see if there's another one up there. I forgot where we even. Oh, shit. Where was it? Was it medicines? I don't think I know we had a hard time finding. Oh. Hello there, sir. I like your pants. Alright. What are we... I thought it was... I guess it wasn't medicines. We'll figure it out. Or we could gamble, I think it said. You could gamble. Gamble with, even though we just spent 1 million gil on spells that we'll probably never use. Is she wearing a Bernie? I'm glad to see that you have all survived unscathed. You are the priest. Nice to see you both again after so long. It's been 20 years since I've seen you, Shikori Z, and 100 years for you, Yabos. If I'm not mistaken, and you, the man of extraordinary luck. I am most delighted to be in your presence once more, Cardinal Midorian. I would love to celebrate this long overdue reunion, however, now is not the time. Lord Bahamut has revealed to us an unsettling truth. The Keeper of the Apocalypse waits in the celestial capital of Alteu. Until now, the Armathorn Society has believed the city of Alteu to be destroyed. Judging by the council of the terrestrial avatars and the memories of Celteus, however, we could assume that the celestial capital still exists. The society is now forced on gaining further information. To this end, the objective of our next operation is to capture, not kill, Lord Bahamut. I, Esha, will join the main fleet of warships and head once more to the ends of the earth. But there's another important matter that requires our immediate attention, a matter involving the 5th Mother Crystal. Someone has apparently severed the 5th crystal from the crystal line. When the boy Celteus appeared, was not this crystal line the conduit he traversed with Lord Bahamut? Just a damn moment. So now we can't use this pipeline gizmo to get to the 5th Mother Crystal? How are we supposed to get to Alteu and wipe the floor with the Keeper of the Apocalypse? How indeed. In any event, we must search for an alternative route now that Phoenix is no longer with us. Wait, Mildorion. You mentioned that someone isolated the 5th Mother Crystal. Who is responsible for an act of sabotage? I do not know. The only people capable of such feat would be either Celteus or Nagmolada. I currently have Junoan troops preparing to invade Movopolis. Movopolis? The Moblins are in danger. I must leave. Immediately. Yabos has spent a century living with the Moblins in an effort to avert this sort of development. This is most worrisome. I shall follow him and see if he does not come to harm. I will accompany you. I realize that Yabos has tried for years to convince the Moblins they are not the children of Promethea. But for the sake of the Mother Crystal, the Moblins cannot be left to their own devices. If he fails to persuade them otherwise, they may attempt to destroy the 5th crystal. Destroy the crystal? The Mother Crystal is at both the beginning and the end of the person's journey in life. After learning this fact from Yabos, the Moblins now believe that destroying the Mother Crystals will spell the end for the children of Altana. How could Yabos fail to mention something so important? He had no choice. If that kind of thing became public knowledge, Movopolis would be gutted all the way, and all the Moblins slaughtered. Miss Mildorion, I am not in a position of giving advice to a 10,000-year-old, but just hear me out. Killing every last Moblin might make this mess all nice and neat, but it's not what I'd call a solution. Isn't this the exact same thing that Bahamut is trying to do? You are right. Nothing good can come of this. I will plead with the Armathorn Society and find a peaceable solution to this problem. Thanks, Miss Mildorion. but from this point onward, I'll be joining the society to monitor its actions. My movements will be limited, but rest assured, I'll be watching over you always. Now go, my brave companions. The fate of the world and our people is in your hands. Alrighty, Olmia, Tenzin, Destructive, on to Mavopolis. Everyone who wants to scrap it out for the ultimate victory, follow me. Do we have to? Okay. Let's hope we can gamble. This episode ends here if we can't gamble. Gamble with Twink bricks? Yeah, let's give that a shot. Where are we? Oh my god. We are running back and forth. Oh, yeah, we got that thing too. We got the book last time we were there. Catmint. Travel to another home point. That northern Sandoria home point is perfect. The books are right next to it. I think there's... I mean, both Bastok and Windurst, they're close, but not this close. You're here. Wow, that name. Agar F. Chaito Frodo? Oh my god, for Frodo. Not for Fuyo, for Frodo. Wasn't there a Mavopal? Oh, there we go. If I remember, it was kind of south on the map, so we should be close to 13, right? Gamble for E13. F. E. Okay, all the way over there. Oh no. So we're going toward... I don't know if I've gone... Is that... I don't think I've gone that way. Please tell me the muscle man won't aggro me. Thank you. So yeah, grass. It's, you know, and my girlfriend definitely mentioned to me. Oh, I'm gonna tell this story twice. I'm gonna tell the story in this video and then in another video. I don't know when. My girlfriend definitely put me back into reality when I was saying. I had said to her, I'm like, I just want a weekend where I do nothing. You know, just give me a weekend. And she's like, you have a kid. There's no such thing as doing nothing on a weekend. And I was like, yeah, I agree. I agree with that statement. But I worked 55 hours this week. And I kind of wanted to relax, but I was like, I need to get this grass done. It's supposed to be nice next, like, at least 5 days it's supposed to be nice. So hopefully get that done. Anyway, here, I don't think I ever say anything super bad about my girlfriend. I don't think I have. I don't have anything bad to say about her. She took a huge L. The biggest loss that anyone could have possibly taken, she took on Friday. On one of the videos. I think it was on one of the... I don't know if it was on... I don't know what video I was making. It could have been any of the 3 games I'm kind of playing now. It could have been... 11. It could have been ESO, or it could have been some magic. Anyway, she takes the kiddo to the library to hang out. Alright, let's see if we could figure out how to gamble to get a thing. Psst. Hey you, ever been to the mine shaft? All the way down beyond Newton? The big boss of this here place don't want anybody going back there, so he broke off the lever to the main gate. Now, as I could give you this here spare lever, but it's gonna need some incentive in return. How about we work out a trade? You brings me a Sylvan Stone and we'll talk. What do you say? Oh yeah, there's another way to get beyond the gate. I won't, and it won't rub the boss the wrong way. I ain't telling the likes of you, but if you really want to know, I could give you a chance. Here's what we'll do. You play dice with me. You wins, I'll tell you my secret. But don't go thinking that I'm going to play for free. That's right, incentives. You fork over some gil, and I'll tell you if it's enough. Oh, and don't go giving me any more than 10,000. I'm not a crook, you know. Well, let's see if you upworlders have what it takes to play with the big boys. So I think it was like 2K is like the... 2K? Alright, let's fill you in on the finer details of our agreement. Rules are simple. I throw 250. Two 50-sided dice? What in the world? This is going to be a long one, isn't it? So anyway, she takes the kiddo to the library to hang out and play. There's like a play area in the library, and he likes looking at books. He's very. I'm very proud of him. I rarely talk about my child, but I'm very proud of him. He's very as a 2-year-old can be studious. He's very studious. He loves books. Like, one of the things he does most is we bought him. He's got over like 50 or 60 books. Like, one of his favorite things to do is he'll grab a book and he'll sit on your lap and he'll want you to read and point to things like Goodnight Moon right now is his favorite, and whenever you read, he'll point at whatever you're reading, like, oh, here's the 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens, and if you say 2 kittens, he'll point to the kittens and then he'll automatically go to the mittens. It's really cute. Nobody cares about that, though. I'm very proud of my child, but I know that a lot of people are like, oh, whenever like YouTubers or gamers or whatever talk about their kids, they're like, okay, enough, who cares, shut up. 2 50-sided dies, and you have to get, I probably should have just bought the snow lily if I could have found it. Anyway, they're at the library, and she texts me, and I got a text when I was recording something, like during a lunch break episode, and she's like, hey, AJ, don't eat lunch. And I text her back, I'm like, why, are you calling me fat? She says, no. Getting a surprise. And I'm like, okay, cool. And we're getting closer. So she comes back, and there's this little kind of like a diner, kind of locally owned restaurant, which is nice. I like to, especially if the food is good, I like to support locally owned restaurants. So she gets me something, and then she's opening up all the food. Something for the kiddo, something for her, something for me. And she's like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, what? She's like, well, I ordered you this burger, and I asked them to put a fried egg on it and cheese. I know I don't eat them. It's like every 2 months. I like to eat a burger with either or both. Call it gross if you want. Either or both, where the burger will have like just cheese and then a fried egg and then some gravy. I know it sounds really bad, but it's not. It's probably really bad for you because the kind of gravy I like is really salty too. But it's a really big, sloppy, messy burger. And she's like, oh, they didn't give you the egg or the cheese. And that was going to be my surprise to you. All right, here we go. We finally got it. Don't tell me I have to give him a silver. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I thought that I can... Let me look this up. There we go. Ugh. So anyway, I look at it and I'm like, it's fine. We've got cheese here. And I just throw some ketchup on it. It's not some catsup on it. Not a big deal. And so I take a bite of it and I'm like, what the hell is this? Because it's a big old burger. And it almost looks like it's been fried, though. I was like, why would you fry a burger? So weird. Swippo stick. Checo Chuck. No. It was definitely the Taro. Yeah, you did this. Whoa, hold on, Yabo man. They didn't do squat. I think they did it. Nagmolada. He did it. He's a bad, bad man. Wah. He's a bad, bad man. It's alright, children. Prish and I are here now. We will not allow Nagmolada to harm you. Come out, you lousy rat. Come out and fight like a man. They're still alive. Come, give me a hand. Well, then Tenzin should just kill him and get some Phoenix Blade going. I'm really sorry, Yabos. It's all my fault. If I hadn't told Nagmolada about Movopolis, none of this would have happened. Yeah, you're right, Presh. You basically are responsible for killing all of them. I should have known that creep would do something like this. You knew that he was planning to call forth the Worm King. You were only trying to stop him. According to the Taro, Nagmolada disappeared down the path the moblins cleared for Salteus. However, it seems as if he caused a cave-in to prevent us from following him. The moblins' wounds are severe. It would be impossible for them to aid us in clearing the tunnel. That's on your... that was what you were thinking? Yeah, they were almost all murdered, but, yeah, they can't help us dig, unfortunately. He missed their vital organs on purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing. Nagmalata is toying with us. I will not forgive him for what he has done to my friends. Nagmalata, you won't get away. Hold on. What do you think you're doing? What does it look like? When I'm through with him, he'll know the meaning of pain. Calm down, my friend. We all understand how you feel, but you will never be able to clear the tunnel by yourself. But if I don't, who will? Damn it. What in that Altana's name are we supposed to do now, huh? No matter the hardship, there will always be a path lighted for the righteous. When the land no longer gives us answers, we must look to the heavens for guidance. Phoenix will be our guiding light. She will show us the way. I do not know how, I do not know when, but I know she will. Look to the heavens. Could the path we are searching for be located in the heavens? Well, there you go. If pushing gets you nowhere, start pulling. That's what I always say. Come on, let's go see what our buddy Sid, he'll help us out. Yabos, if you really want to get some revenge, stop your whining and come with us. Jeez, all of his friends were like murdered, or almost murdered, or probably murdered. And you're like, stop whining, you bitch. So yeah. Take a bite of it, and I'm like, the hell is this? And I'm like, what did you get me? And she goes, I got you this thing on the menu. It's called the Impossible Burger. And I'm like, do you know what that is? And she's like, no. I just figured that they meant it was impossibly good. And I'm like, that is a plant-based burger. And she just started laughing at me. So my lunch was ruined. I tried. I was like, okay. I was like, just to say that I did, let me try this. I couldn't do it. Like, I got like halfway through and I was just starting to feel like nauseous. It would be like, I don't even know. Like, I feel like it had like the taste and consistency of a like if you grilled a burger on like Tuesday and then on like Sunday you were like, oh, I forgot I had leftover burgers. Let me eat this. And then you like took a bite and you'd be like, oh, this wasn't a good idea. And if you like them, I'm not making fun of you. That's fine. There's stuff that I like that you'd probably be like, oh, that's so gross. So, yeah. Just not for me. Not for me. Good old Cermet teeth. Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad to see you're all safe. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to meet you in Tavnasia. Sid, can the small talk, jeez, and get your hunk of junk airship motor running. Hold on, little lady. You just got back. Don't tell me you're ready to go back to the clouds. I thought we were leaving Bahamut to the Armada. We are. Our destination is the Keeper of the Apocalypse and Nagmalata. Nagmalata invaded Movopolis, blocked entrance to Fifth Crystal, hurt friends. But there is still a way. A phoenix will lead us. The Fifth Mother Crystal. Isn't that supposed to be somewhere under Shu Mayu? Now that you mention it, I just received a report that a strange red light beam shooting up from the North Sea. A light? That's it. Let's go. Come on, come on. Hold your horses, Prish. My bird's still pretty beat up. Pretty bad. And it will take a little longer to fix her up. Huh? But we're so damn close. By the time the repairs have been made, the Armada will have already set off for Bahamut. And Sid is the only airship fast enough and strong enough to make the journey. It seems as if our luck has finally trickled away. No, I cannot believe that Altana has turned her back on us. I believe the goddess has granted us this time to prepare our hearts and our souls for what may be the final battle. Time I will use this time to heal my friends. and I will use this time to help Sid with the airship repairs. Haha, another hand is always welcome. This is starting to look like it's going to be the biggest repair job in the history of Vanadiel. And I'm not just talking about the airship. It's time we get out there and save the world. You took the words right out of my mouth, old man. Vanadiel is not finished yet. At least, not if I have anything to say about it. Destructive, are you ready to kick some apocalyptic butt? You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. Take that, you beaver. Alright, everyone. You heard Olmia. Go out and do what you have to do. When my baby's ready, we'll give you a call. Alright, I think we have to wait until the next game day, so we'll call it there. We'll call it there. But we shall be back. Yeah, oh boy. Well, you know what? She did take the big L there, the big loss, for buying me. An Impossible Burger, but at least I got to try it. You know, I can say I've tried it now. Yeah, she's like, I thought it just meant it was impossibly good. Like, you won't believe it. That's probably why they didn't put the egg on it. They were probably like, this is like a vegan burger, lady. Why do you want to put a, you know, chicken egg on it? So, yeah, I've had it. I won't have it again. And there's been times that I've tried in my life, and I think I do eat healthy, not as healthy as I'd like, but I have tried to eat healthy. What were they? For the longest time, I was trying to do turkey burgers instead of regular burgers, or they kind of sucked. So now, stop doing those. I don't know. It's just so I could, and I think it's just because I'm just so old. I'm like ancient, and then I've been so set in my ways for my entire life that what's an example? A true example. Like, okay, I just started trying to eat salad more as a meal, not even like, I mean, everybody eats salad with dinner. Not everybody. Some people do. I would normally have a little bit of, like a little small bowl, 5 pieces of lettuce and, you know, radish or whatever, carrot. But I'm like, okay, how about one day a week we just make salad? You could put 5 pounds of salad in front of me, and I could eat it at 5:45 p.m. And by like 7:30, I'm like, I'm starving. Now, you could put a chicken parm. That's what we had tonight. Chicken parm, and I have these. We bought these great bakery style, like bakery baked hard rolls. Put like one of those on there. And I had this. It's right now. It's 11:15. I had this at 6 o'clock, and I'm still like, it's just one chicken breast on a roll. And hours later, I'm satisfied. I don't know what it is. I just wasn't built to be a vegetarian or a vegan. If you could do that, God bless you. I just can't. Either way, I think we're going to call it there. We'll come back. I don't even know what that was. Was that... Did we do 7-1 through 7... What is this? 7-2? 7-3? Okay, so what's going on here? I thought there was more. No. Okay, so we did 7-1, 7-2, 7-3. And the next two, 7-4 and 7-5, are fights. And then there's a bunch of fights for 8, but then we get the Rajas ring, which we don't really need. And that's it, Dawn. And then we could do... Then we could do the epilogue, which will give us... I think what we're going to do, the ethereal ring? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take it easy, folks. Thanks, bye.